4 flex pays there. Everything that you see is on 4 flex pays, and I'm going to keep that ring on my right hand. So definitely ask about that. Don't forget, anything that you see me wearing, for example, from last hour, even though we don't have a full presentation, ask about it. In fact, we'll remind you about those items because those were in the last hour. So just because we aren't presenting it, you bet you can still ask about it and still order it, because I know a lot of you tune in at all kinds of, times, and you're wondering, wait a minute, what is she wearing? What's Rachel, have on? I'm wearing the agate and the ruby, and those are still available. So here is the sapphire ring, all again, genuine fancy color sapphires in your blues and your orange and your yellow and your green and your pinks. And again, the different colors from your lighter of your pink to your fancy deeper pink. And then you did this beautiful touch of blush. Genuine pearl in the center. And then, again, we should talk about that you did it in this beautiful, the black silver, which is this beautiful, kind of gives it this wonderful European stana.
Absolutely.
It does give it.
It does give the European. That's very, very in right now in Europe. And also, to emphasize that we are really putting it as a sub part underneath. The moment that you actually close your finger, all you see is sapphires and the pearl in the center. This is very hypnotic ring. And remember when I told you when they wanted me to rebring this ring more, reorder more? It's so hard. It's so hard.
Oh, but you can do it. You can do it.
Prices are going up as we speak. Even in the world of sapphire, it's so hard. I've been so insane and crazy to actually go and use sapphires that are below 1.3 millimeters, which are the ones that I'm using, right, the one touching to the pearl.
Right.
You cannot find them in the market. I asked, I went, I visited, I flew for you overseas to go grab these beautiful sapphires, and I couldn't get them. So we went to the approach of actually re-getting from the mine the larger stones and going through the loss of actually getting from a 2 millimeter or even a 3 millimeter, recutting the whole thing in order to make sure that all you see is these rivers of sapphires for each color going down and focusing down to that beautiful, beautiful pearl. Even on the pearl, I cannot repeat it anymore. Even on the pearl, I cannot make sure that I can bring the same range of color. So even on the sapphires, you have the yellow sapphire, which is the pastel. Then you have the more orangey tint. Then you have the pink pastel. Then you jump into the green pastel. Then you go to the hot pink, because the hot pink, rubies and sapphires are the same family. It's a beautiful thin line that underlines the separation between a ruby and a pink sapphire. So it's really to the eye of the beholder. But I see some touches of ruby going on there as well. And then you have the blues and the different shades of blues.
It's gorgeous. Remember when, I don't know about you, but when you were a little girl, ladies, did you ever have those pinwheels when you were a little girl and you would sit outside and it would just blow and you would hold it and it would blow in the wind, and you just loved all of the different colors that it would make, and it would just sparkle and you were just mesmerized? That's what this ring, when I looked at it, it just reminded me of, and it just glistens and it shines and you were just amazed and mesmerized by it. Can you imagine having that all in genuine sapphires? And every time you looked at it, it just brought you this different, glorious